Stay away from the fire. Stay away from the fish.
Alright, here's the next obstacle. It is the fish. Oh, he takes one hit. Oh, he takes two hits! No, Mr. Wilson!
I like the mistake first way. You can reverse it and do this.
Laser. Once again, he...
Sorry, Meldon's having a frog party.
Oh man, and he just leveled up there, so you almost actually killed the frog that he was trying to.
Oh my god, people.
Oh my god, Glide wins restored. Oh my god, they found Stomp. Oh my god! What is this?
This is fast underneath them.
Oh, Raziel fell! Oh no! Oh, Raziel!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ori and the Blind Forest Randomizer Tournament. My name is Shed, and I am here today with my co-commentator, good friend, and one of the organizers of this tournament, Meldon Tarragon. How are you today, sir?
Hello, Shed. I'm doing great and super excited for Randomizer. It's been a little while since our last match.
It has, and the one we have for you right now is a very exciting one. This is a semifinals match between Raziel and Covert Muffin. Tell us a little bit about how exciting this match is, Meldon.
I think these are, well, not surprisingly, these are the semifinals, two of the best runners in the tournament. I think this match is as good as we're going to see in the randomizer, except I guess for the next semifinals match and the finals. But everything left is going to be good. Raziel's probably a slightly more technical runner, while Muffin probably has a little more knowledge about the randomizer in general. So it might be interesting to see if that actually works out, where one of them looks for more pickups, while the other one is more about just doing some tricks that are specific to the randomizer.
That'll definitely be interesting to look out for. One thing interesting to note is that both of these runners have also informed us that they've not been practicing so much, so this could get interesting depending on what the seed decides to throw at them. So, yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to this race.
Yeah, it'll be very exciting. And I think we'll be starting momentarily.
Looks like it. So, what do you think that this seed will do? Just as a little fun speculation, what do you think that this seed's going to throw at our runners?
I'm expecting this is just going to be a fairly standard wall. I got my climb seed last time I cast. I can't hope. So I'm expecting keystones and wall jump.
Nice vanilla seed going in. I'm going to go a little bit more exciting. I think this is going to be a bash grenade seed. Those are always fun, right?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Those in charge jump seeds can be very strange. It gives you a lot of movement, but not movement you're very used to.
Certainly. Tends to open up a lot of pickups, and especially some of the charge jump seeds might not be pickups that runners are used to getting. And the runners are off, as we see. Muffin taking a little bit of an early lead, but not much. Oh, and it is a charge jump seed we have. So not the exciting start that I predicted, but an exciting start nonetheless.
Indeed, I guess caster curse of some sort. I mentioned charge jump, and they immediately go find it.
Here it is. So what do we expect out of a charge jump seed? There's a couple pickups, such as the one to the right of the start, that these runners will be able to get early.
Yeah, so there's that Frankie Walk XP. This also lets them get up to the ability cell above the 4th health, if the runners so desire to, or get the keystones to go there. It also opens up BRB very early, although I don't think any runner wants to go to BRB this early.
Especially with just charge jump. Blackroot with just charge jump can be a nightmare.
Yep.
Here we see Muffin going off to the right to that pickup I mentioned. Well, Raziel does not, and it turns out it's just 8 XP. We'll have to see if Raziel remembers that one and goes to get it, or if he forgets it and gets the random time bonus from not getting the unessential pickup.
Yep, and Raziel is headed just over.
And looks like we got 2 keystones. So runners both choosing to go to the left side, it appears. Yes. Neither one wants to do Blackroot right now with just charge jump, it looks like.
Also, we're being informed there's some technical difficulties going on.
Does appear that way.
All right. We're having some challenges with Mixer. Our runners, on the other hand, are just continuing on. And it looks like Muffin's a little behind because he went and got that extra pickup as Raziel heads down towards wall jump. And he does not have a mapstone, so he may have to make a revisit here.
Hopefully not. This one's rather out of the way. You never really want to have to come back here.
No, unless you need to get the tree or go to left glades, there's really no good reason to come back over here.
We have found the 1 XP. It's always a fun pickup to find. There's only one of them on the entire map.
And Raziel having some trouble making that jump up. And Raziel does find the map stone, and we'll see if he immediately goes back and looks like he is going to. Makes sense. No point backtracking otherwise.
So besides the charge jump, we've not really had anything particularly exciting yet. Although
No,
charge
but
jump is exciting enough on its own.
That's very true. And it does open up a lot of the map very early. Where they got these 2 keystones, they were able to head over here. They can get almost every pickup in this area. It doesn't look like they have any other keystones. Oh, and the Sunstone. So both runners will be very excited to see that. Getting those keys early means you can just do left side go mode much more easily without having to worry about what order to get trees in and which events to actually visit.
Absolutely. This is a good time to mention that these runners are playing on the limit keys mode of the randomizer, which means that the 3 dungeon keys, that being the Water Vein, Gumon Seal, and Sunstone, are forced to be at a skill tree or at a world event. So they don't need to go hunting around the map for those essential pickups. And they just found one of them, so they don't even have to search the skill trees for that particular one, although they will still need to find the Water Vein by the end of the game.
But they do now know the Water Vein can't be at the water escape, so that area of the Ginso tree is not something they will need to do to progress.
True. Or rather, the Sunstone can't be at the water escape since it was at the wall jump tree.
Well, yes, but the Water Vein
can also not be at
Yeah. It cannot be at the Bash tree either, I suppose. And so Muffin immediately goes and gets this upper pickup and finds himself one of these keystones. I'm thinking they're going to find 2, or Covert Muffin is going to find one other keystone. Raziel will still need to find 2, and they're going to end up having to go back to left glades to progress.
Oh boy, the runners have found Grenade at the bottom of Blackroot here. That is another exciting pickup. Opens up a lot of other pickups that are all over the map. And if they as soon as they find Bash, it's a great movement ability as well.
Indeed. And given that they already have Charge Jump, they don't even need Keystones. They can just go up through Hollow Grove and head to the Spider Sack area with these two abilities. So this opens up a lot of the map. Almost too much in a way.
Very true. There's a lot of options for routing right now. We'll have to see where these runners choose to go. And if they end up going in different directions and one of them finds more stuff than the other, that could be the race right there. But we'll have to see. That's the exciting part about the randomizer.
Indeed. We'll definitely see both of them get the dash tree here, and I expect they'll both head down to Raziel No. Even though it's a sequence break, it's a good one. It gets you an additional teleporter and gets you a couple of pickups. So,
although it is very few pickups, and since the correct me if I'm wrong, the logic behind the randomizer seeds does not expect them to go down to that teleporter without dash. So, like there can't be anything that they need to progress down there. But like you said, there are the few pickups you can check and the teleporter.
Bash could still be down there. Stomp could still be down there. Stomp can't be behind the rock. It also gets you an earlier map. So if map 2 is something important, say dash. Ooh, and they get a second map stone. So they actually have 2 they can put in right now. Looks like the dash tree and the map stone next to it were both map stones.
Muffin trying to get up to the dash plant, as we call it, the petrified plant above the dash tree, but can't do it because he can't walk on walls in any way.
Yep, he will need some other form of movement in order to get up there. And they do find a second keystone down here. So left glades is an available option. Raziel is a little behind, but also finds his second map stone. It looks like he's going to go find his 2 keystones.
And here we're seeing Muffin do exactly what you said, coming down to this lower area of Blackroot, grabbing the teleporter and probably the map as well.
I think if he goes and gets the map here, I think this is a great call. That early map, which has a decent probability of being an event, or sorry, not an event, a skill, I think is a great idea right now.
Absolutely. This is a pretty common play. Most runners will come down here as soon as they get the dash tree as well. The sequence break involving save glitching this boulder so that it does not damage you as it passes over you is how they're able to do this. It can be very
Muffin using the swinging platform to get up with that charge jump. And they Muffin only finds a keystone. Although it does look like Raziel is headed over here as well.
And I would expect to see these runners alt-R out of this area, since there is no way to get to either the light grenade area or Gumo's hideout from here. Alt-R being an additional ability that these runners have access to as part of the randomizer mod that lets them teleport back to the start of the game.
And we do indeed see that from Muffin. And he's remembering this light grenade pickup, which has been very important in some previous seeds. So we'll see if he heads to Charge Flame first, or if he goes and completes left glades as well. Both of those are options.
As the runner of this randomizer,
I would probably go clear out left glades. The game gave you the keystones for it, and while it's a bit of a backtrack, you can go clear that out and then head over to the Charge Flame tree and proceed from there. Muffin has made a decision to go straight to Charge Flame. This is clearly not a bad decision. Both of them can get you pickups. Oh, and the Water Vein. So they are set on keys. They are not going to Forlorn. They are not going to the Sunstone. They just need to find some more movement.
Yep, that's basically all they need now, is they need the movement abilities to be able to get all the skill trees, and that is it. you'd only need the Water Vein and the Sunstone to be able to complete the game. Sunstone to go to the end of the game, and the Water Vein to grab the Bash Tree, which is required to finish as part of the rules. And since we have both of them already, these players will not need to check any of the world events at all. They only need the skill trees. This is what I like to call quasi-go mode, where you don't need anything, but you need the movement abilities to get to finish the game. So I would expect to see these runners check a few of the easy pickups, but they won't be going out of their way.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if they find some minimal set of skills, what they decide is their go mode. Obviously need either Bash or Stomp. You can't beat the game without one or the other.
Correct.
But finding, say, Bash and Climb really opens up a lot because you only have to do one Stompless trick. And Muffin clears out left glades and is now headed back up towards the Charge Flame area. We'll see if he goes left or right here. There's a couple of pickups left, so he could go get those before proceeding to the right afterwards. But there's many more pickups to the right that he needs, or might need. I guess we don't know where the important pickups are right now.
Very true.
Ooh, interesting. Raziel just altared out of left glades. I think assuming it's faster to go back this way as opposed to returning by backtracking.
Probably wants to head up out of the Charge Flame area instead of... Oh, do you know what he's doing? He's conserving keystones. He's to leave the left glades area to get to the Spirit Tree cutscene, you need to spend 4 keystones, but if you altar and come back this way, you don't have to spend those.
Yeah, it was more interesting that Muffin just walked back. He just proceeded back down through the door by the Frankie up to Charge Flame wall. Raziel altared, and then they're probably about the same. There's so many little optimizations you could try and make in the randomizer. Like there's still the question of whether or not if you have dash, you should altar in BRB in order to kind of proceed through faster. But there's so many different permutations that nobody really knows which one's faster.
Yeah, no one has spent the effort to time all of these hundreds and hundreds of iterations of potential skills and areas. I wouldn't expect anyone to.
Interesting. Both
we're seeing, yeah,
both runners do the same thing. And I was going to say both runners got that 100 XP, which can't be anything. It's not actually randomized because it can bug out and just disappear. But both of them wanted the XP and went and grabbed it.
Hey, it's interesting that we saw them come over and check them both come over and check this valley entry area. There's only 2 pickups they can get right now, and they have a low probability of being the skills they need. But since they both did it, neither runner loses any time by doing so. But they didn't have any idea of that.
Yeah, they're both playing very safe. I think they both know that their opponent is very skilled at the randomizer, and they don't want to skip any easy pickups early on. That could potentially be dash, bash, stomp, open this map up even more.
As we were mentioning, they are in what I called quasi-go mode, but doing the rest of the game with a low number of skills can be terrifying, and you do not want to miss an important pickup that has something like bash. While bashless left side is possible, it's not fun.
And if bash is buried, then both of these runners will probably not search for it. But if bash is some easy pickup that they forget, it will slow them down significantly not getting that pickup.
Now that I'm thinking about it as well, a lot of the bashless skills for left side, or the bashless tricks rather, tend to require dash as well, and neither runner has found that yet. So I think it'll definitely be very interesting to see when these runners decide it is they want to actually go finish the game.
Yep.
Once again, we see them both being very thorough, checking this light grenade pickup in Hollow Grove. That takes quite a chunk of time. It ends up being a map stone, which could be important.
Yeah, getting that map stone is definitely worthwhile. They can now put that map stone in Oh, and Muffin realizes that he can't make that jump.
It's interesting that Muffin chose to quit and reload instead of dying, which would have been faster.
Yeah, right above. He was just frames away from landing on.
No deaths for Muffin today. We are going to quit and reload rather than die.
Preserve that perfect score. Maybe he selected one life when he started and realized he was going to lose all of. He was going to lose this race.
We find a charge dash efficiency pickup at Mapstone, I believe 3. That is one of my favorite pickups in the randomizer. It halves the cost of charge dash later in the game. Obviously, they don't have charge dash yet, but if they get it, very nice pickup to have.
Yep. Of course, it's an annoying pickup to get if you never get charge dash in a. Another
Yes.
Mapstone. So they are not at all starved for Mapstones right now. They can go put this one in over by the Stomp Tree, and they already have one to put in Grotto.
You know, this really makes me think that there is something important at Mapstone 5, for example. If the game is giving them this many Mapstones this early in such convenient spots.
Yeah.
Well, rather, maybe not convenience, right? The right word for it, but easy, accessible. That's the right word. We saw Muffin come over here to Horu Fields. Check this stomp pickup. Turned out to be useless.
The first divergence of the runners. Raziel did not come over and get this pickup.
Very true.
He is now slightly ahead in this traversal along to the swamp teleport.
It's interesting that Muffin chose to go check that pickup. Obviously, if it was Dash or something, then he'd be at a huge advantage right now. But also, I actually don't know. Does that pickup require Stomp in the logic? Because I know there are many different Stompless methods to get it.
Yeah, no, that pickup is available without Stomp. So that was not a sequence break. It was available to him at the current moment. And Muffin's also not going over the top.
Huh.
Interesting. So he could still progress and get these same pickups that we just saw Raziel pick up. He would just have to do it by glitching out these cutscenes. Yeah.
Interesting.
He has no energy, so he is going to skip this cutscene. We'll see if he remembers. Oh, actually, it looks like he's just going to glitch it out now and come back for it later.
Yeah, runners high-fiving here, coming to the same area from opposite directions.
And they will both fly glide simultaneously.
That's beautiful. Same pickup from 2 different directions. And it's glide.
So
Glide is a non-essential pickup, but very, very nice to have once you get into Sorrow Pass. Especially Bashless if they decide to do that.
Indeed, that makes Sorrow much more reasonable to do Bashless. Muffin finds an ability cell, but
doing an SA here to skip this cutscene. Interesting. All right. Leveling up Charge Dash to do it too.
Yeah, he may just figure he has the ability points. It doesn't really matter how he spends them right now, and it's technically slightly easier than finding that precise ledge to stand on to get that cutscene skip.
Very true. You're seeing Raz head down into Gumo's hideout. Covert Muffin coming over here to the swamp area to check these couple of pickups that Raziel grabbed already. We know what they are. There's an energy cell, I believe.
And of course, neither runner has any form of wall climbing ability, whether wall jump or climb.
And at this point, I doubt they're going to get it anytime soon.
No, especially since this seed is much more likely to give them bash. And once you have bash grenade, you can go everywhere. So they do find charge flame. Raziel picking that up in the death gauntlet. And he does not have enough energy for this door. He will just die. We'll see if he even goes back for that charge flame.
It looks like he is. Might as well get it. No reason not to.
It's useful in the final escape, if nothing else.
If nothing else. Although they have...
They currently
it's-
don't have any
it's-
other way to break those.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I was going to say it's kind of useless since they have Grenade, which can break all the things Charge Flame can, but that's not true. That wall cannot be broken by Grenade, but it can by Charge Flame in the final escape. Another map stone. So many map stones.
Has Raziel not gotten that pickup? Because I noticed he only has 2 map stones right now.
You might not
And
have.
Yeah, I can't immediately come up with any other map stones that he would have any maps that he would have put it in. And looking at their trackers, they're both at 3. Interesting. Well, there's a chance Stomp could be in Horu at the map there, so that 6th
Ooh,
map
that would
stone
be
could
fun.
be useful, but I'd say it's very unlikely.
If correct me if I'm mistaken, but for Stomp to be there, Bash has to be outside somewhere, right?
Yes.
Which
so you
means
need
yeah.
you
ahead.
need Bash to get to that pickup. I believe you also need double jump and glide. So at this point, they have only one of the 3 necessary skills. But
I think if Stomp happens to be there at the 6th map stone, as it very, very rarely is, I would not expect to see either runner trying to go get it. These are both very skilled runners. We've seen them go Stompless in the past.
yeah, and chat is
Horu
informing
is-
us. Sorry, what was that?
I was going to say, Horu is just so hard and out of the way that it's definitely not worth it, and you should just go Stompless at that point.
I totally
What is
agree.
chat telling us?
Oh, chat's telling us that Raz got that pickup and then died after the grenade door in Grove and didn't get it again. So he has that pickup still sitting there, but he has seen it. So if he does end up needing... Oh! And the maps do pay off. Looks like the 4th map is a double jump pickup. So this is leading perfectly into the 5th map Bash and then 6th map Stomp that I'd love to see.
A double jump is another nice pickup. Like, you don't need it, but it makes everything a heck of a lot easier.
This does give them some slight ability to climb walls as well.
This is a very, very strange seed. We're seeing, like, all of the vertical movement abilities and, like, nothing else. You get nothing. You add the dungeon keys, I guess, but you can't complete the game yet because you don't have Stomp. You don't have Bash. You don't have anything.
It is indeed a
Except
very
you can go
interesting seed. You can go all the way up.
Can even go all the way up to Sunstone if you felt like it.
Probably won't find anything useful there. I
No,
don't know, maybe climbs up there.
I'm gonna call it dashes at Sunstone.
Ooh, that would be brutal.
Once again, we're seeing both of these runners in this area.
Muffin
This is
was
actually-
trying to climb that wall with double jump. Oh, and he climbs this one successfully. Gets an energy cell.
Yes, it is possible to climb walls with just double jump, but it is dumb.
Yeah, I would not recommend trying it. It will make you go mad.
Seeing Raziel head down to the double jump tree, having checked all of these pickups that Muffin is trying to get right now.
Ooh, and Muffin takes a death going for this mini boss. Didn't have quite as much success climbing that wall. Raziel did. And interestingly, he leaves behind that energy cell,
Huh.
having picked it up and died.
Yeah, energy cells can be important. If their bash is behind a 4 energy door, for example, then you need that 4th energy cell.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes back for that. I would expect him to go back for it here on his way out.
Ooh, we've just been informed that Raziel found wall jump.
Ooh, he will be very happy about that.
Now actually able to climb walls. And we see Muffin go back for that energy cell.
Yep, and does a damage boost to get out of it successfully. So,
Recognizing the importance of the 4th energy.
So wall jump was at the keystone before double jump, so it's likely...
Dash! Sorry to interrupt. Raziel just found dash.
Oh! Where was it?
I didn't see where it was. I just saw the pop-up on his screen.
Well, that's huge.
It's in Grotto somewhere. It's one of the two. It's the 200 XP orb to the left of the teleporter.
Oh, interesting. So he damage boosted there. Oh no, he has double jump
No,
and wall jump, so he can just go get that.
The intended route to get that pickup.
Yep. Well, that's an interesting pickup. Muffin probably will go back for it, but there's no guarantee given that that's out of the way and next to a teleporter that he may not return to anytime soon.
Notably, it's in an area that both of these runners have searched. Yeah, so we'll have to see if Muffin remembers that he hasn't gotten that pickup yet. But if he doesn't, Raziel will take a huge lead.
So, Covert hasn't been to the left grotto area, and actually, he's going back and around. I was expecting him to Alt R, so he's going to be at least late in finding this if he does go back and find it.
Dash, of course, being so incredibly important in randomizers when you're trying to go fast. Not only does it speed your movement up, but it also unlocks charge dash movements and rocket jumps as well, which can very, very much speed up the late game.
Yep. I'd say...
notably, it also unlocks a lot of the bashless strats if they happen to find Stomp, so...
Yeah, I was just going to say that I think Raziel is much more likely to go bashless if he finds Stomp. So Muffin is a little behind in clearing this area out and will be slightly slower not having dash, although it doesn't help too much through this area.
This area is rather close quarters. Raz going back to the grotto teleporter. I think I would expect him to see him go up to the bash tree now, or maybe over to right side swamp, where Stomp.
Yeah, both are available to him. We'll see. It looks like he's going to Stomp right.
Checking a couple.
Although he may, he may just be picking up a couple of things over here. Having some trouble aggroing this frog. Just at the edge of his aggro range, and sometimes it likes to ignore you. Suppose that is the other time when Muffin will head over to the grotto teleporters when he's going to Stomp.
True. Ooh, Raz taking a death.
Maybe
Of course,
intentionally.
does not have clean water. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
maybe he checked that pickup and didn't want it and didn't feel like trying to get out again. That's possible.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to get out of here with only charge jump, double jump.
Finally putting in that 5th map stone is 99 experience.
Which is not bash.
Correct. I'm inclined to agree. Ooh. Muffin, no, he went right by the dash pickup.
He could be just going here.
Walked
Yep,
right by it. No.
It's the charge flame
Go
pickup.
back. Nope.
No. And he is not headed to it.
Oh no.
So after going to Stomp, there is no reason for him to go back there at all. So
Correct.
this could be a deciding factor in this race.
I don't think Muffin is going to end up finding Dash, yeah. And that is very good news to Raz.
Chat has already named it the Muffin Memorial 200 XP.
Oh boy.
Ooh, is Raziel gonna make it? Oh, health
Health
regen.
regeneration saving him right at the last second. One of my favorite things. There are a couple small things that I just love about Sigma Sin's randomizer here. One of them being the random XP numbers, which is hilarious every time. And the other, of course, being the health regen pickup, which, as you just saw, can sometimes just be a random extra health cell, even though it looks like you have none. And it's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Ooh, can Raziel make this swimming with only... I guess with health regen, he has almost 6 health. Has a little bit of trouble anyways.
Muffin grabbing the stomp tree. Where's Raz going? He's coming down to check this for energy door, except he doesn't have enough.
Yep. Open.
And decides to give up.
Yeah, we'll see if he saves the on the teleporter and then immediately goes back for it.
Did you see that on Muffin's screen?
That was a very impressive charge flame redirect.
That's
I never thought about it,
difficult.
but it's of course obvious that you can do that, but I would never try it.
Raziel going back to check the all-important Raziel plant.
Yes. Does not find anything useful.
Unfortunately. All he's looking for is just bash or stomp, one or the other, and I would expect to see Raziel go into complete and utter go mode.
Yep.
He's just cleaning up this this Glades area. Interested to see that he's not going to the Ginso tree yet. That would be where my next move would be.
Yeah,
There's
these one-off pickups.
And it's got a tree you need.
These one-off pickups can be useful, but I think that there's a much better chance that you find something in the Ginso tree.
Our truck is also pointing out that with the abilities these runners currently have, the entirety of Horu Fields is open to them. It's not actually something that is commonly known that you can do Horu Fields without bash, but you can. It's charge jump, double jump, and glide, I believe, are the requirements to get into those couple of pickups up there without bash.
Yeah, and we do see Muffin heading to the Ginso tree, so he might not have dash, he might be a little behind in pickups, but if he finds something useful here, that could put him in a good spot.
Oh, I've actually been corrected. They don't have Stomp or Bash. They can't open the way into Horu Fields. Never mind.
So, according to the logic, they can't open that, but there are 2 possible ways to get in there without Stomp or Bash. There's both a Spirit Flame redirect of the Baneling, and also a Charge Flame redirect of the Baneling.
Oh boy. Neither of which sounds particularly fun. Nor is in the logic, so...
No, so I don't think we'll see either of them going to Horu Field at all before they are headed to Horu itself.
I didn't see where Raziel is teleporting to. I expect him to be going to the Ginso tree where Muffin is currently. And
I believe it was
exactly where he is.
Yeah.
Has either of them checked the stomp cell yet? Oh, here we go. It's XP.
So Muffin does have a bit of a lead in the Ginso tree right now, but if you find something important, it's likely Raziel will find it as well, and that lead will dwindle again, given the dash pickup.
Yep. Honestly, I expect there to be Bash or Stomp in the Ginso tree at this point. There are so many pickups in here that they haven't checked yet, and it's been open for a while.
That is true. Although, I suppose they probably needed either the wall jump, possibly both the wall jump and the double jump pickup to progress. I don't remember exactly what the logic is.
I don't either. I just know you need... Oh, climb at the Bash tree. That, my friend, unlocks grenade jumps. Covert Muffin will be very excited about that. I know he in particular loves those.
Indeed, and it does unlock the light grenade area. We know that Dash is on the field, even though Muffin has missed it. So the logic could expect them to go to light grenade.
Very true. And both of the runners can now get there, now that Muffin has the... Ooh, there's Stomp.
Ooh!
Found it. Although Muffin is continuing.
Yeah,
Stomp
there's
was,
still a
in the
chance
redirect
that
puzzle after Bash.
yeah, there's still a chance that Bash could be one of these next couple pickups. I believe it can be at least one of the keystones. I don't remember how far into these keystones the game assumes you can get with Bash. I mean, without
I
Bash.
think it's all of them. If I'm remembering correctly, I've had Bash be this top right keystone, and it's
Yeah,
not.
I just can't remember if it's if that's with extended logic, whatnot.
That's very possible. That is admittedly possible. So I'm interested to see where Muffin heads right now, because if I were in his shoes, I would just head to Valley. Like, let's go do the Bashless stuff, and that looks like it's exactly what he's doing.
I would probably go to Light Grenade. Get a couple pickups along the way. If Bash is down there, you get that, and then
That is
proceed to
probably
Valley
smart.
immediately after. Oh, and it looks like he's actually going to make that decision. He
Changed his mind.
completes his teleport and then immediately teleports.
Raziel's missed the stomp pickup?
Oh, and he's
Oh,
already
good.
destroyed this wall, so he is going to have much more challenging time doing this.
I don't remember if it was the upper or lower one. It's
I
the upper
believe it
one.
was the upper pickup.
He's gonna have a hard time getting it.
Yeah, having already destroyed that wall.
He's just going past it. Oh no.
Oh no. This could be exactly what Muffin needs. So Muffin did a climb charge jump off of that wall before destroying it in order to get that pickup. Without that, it is much more challenging. Although it is possible with either Bash or Charge Flame to do some redirects and get it. Of course, if Bash is locked behind Stomp, this could be quite a mistake out of Raziel.
It could. There are very few pickups that are locked by Stomp that can't be gotten by other methods, though. So it'll be interesting to see where it actually ends up being, and if it is one of those few pickups, then this is devastating for Raz.
Yeah, the only one I can think of right now is there's the Stomp Peg by the Kuro cutscene that leads to that underwater pickup.
Yep.
But they don't have clean water, so even with Stomp, that's not on the field.
Of
Ooh,
course, clean water could be in a pickup that they both missed.
that is very true. Muffin takes a slightly unfortunate death here.
We're seeing
We'll have-
Raziel check this very upper part of the Ginso tree as well that Muffin did not go up to. Without Bash, it's not in the logic. But we'll
Yeah,
see
so
what
we know this pickup. None of the pickups here could be Bash. I wonder what he's hoping for. He has pretty much everything he could hope for. He has all of the skills but Bash and Stomp. So there was nothing that could be useful up there since we know where Stomp is. Interesting. So now both runners have missed a very important pickup that they are not going back for. Unfortunately, Muffin with some very interesting grenade jumps here.
Like I said, he likes those grenade jumps, and I believe he's going to show as many as he can to us here. Yup, messing up the rocket jump there. Oh, he doesn't have rocket jumps. What am I saying?
Yeah, I expect he'll just go up to this right side and do a grenade jump.
I don't know what he's trying to do right. Okay. There. Tried, failed. Trying again. Failed. Come on, Muffin. There it is. Ooh, and almost went into that cutscene there, but turned back right at the last second.
I actually wonder, can you skip the trigger for that cutscene?
Huh.
If you go through it like that? I actually have no idea.
That's a super interesting. We'll have to test that at some point later.
But
Muffin
it
is
wouldn't-
through the cutscene, successfully skipped it the normal way.
yeah, without dash, he has to slow walk into it, but he does successfully skip it. Oh,
And grabs that
being
light grenade.
informed by chat that the trigger goes to the roof, so you can't skip it. What a shame.
Oh well. Did Muffin check this pickup that Raz is getting right now?
I
It's
don't
not
think he
important, but I
did.
don't think I remember him checking it. Yeah.
Yeah. They're both starting to play it a little more
Interesting.
loose, skipping some pickups.
Here we go. Muffin is headed to Valley without the bash skill
Or dash. So this is
or dash.
a much slower and much more challenging entry into Valley. Well, he does have Light Grenade, which will help. Didn't he
Certainly
already
will.
check these pickups? I thought he'd already
think
been
he
here and he...
Died. Either that or he checked them and reloaded to teleport himself to the Hollow Grove teleporter or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do remember him getting them, but he didn't have them now.
Yeah, I'm just surprised he went back for them. He would have already known what they were.
So now we're seeing Covert Muffin on the left side of your screen is headed to Valley without the bash skill or dash, so he can't even rocket jump, although he does have grenade jumps. And you're seeing Raz on the right side with dash, but doesn't have bash or stomp, so can't even get to Valley if he tried without glitches that are not allowed.
Yeah, he could, of course, out of bounds the rules of the category. So it looks like he's headed to this spider sack area. There are a number of pickups he can check here.
I didn't think any of them were in the logic without bash, though.
Yeah, that is very true.
He's doing some fancy rocket jumps.
So I think the only thing that he could check is the spider sack 4 energy door that would be in the logic.
That's one of those pickups that feels like it's something important an inordinate amount of the time. Even though it's technically not.
Of course, charge jump lets you into that area because you can charge up on the left side, break that wall, and you can
Right. Charge jump and
charge
climb.
jump.
Yep.
Yep. So those pickups were available to him, and it's nothing.
Casual method stands game. And this is what I was kind of expecting to see out of Muffin. He's having a lot of trouble here. The bashless strategies for this area all require dash and the ability to do rocket jumps, and he doesn't have that. So this is going to take a lot of doing on his part.
Yep.
But he's trudging through it.
So you can, of course, yep, and he does find that you can climb on that little section of wall and jump around.
Oh no. Muffin, please. He was getting ready to try and do a grenade jump through this cutscene here. Just for swag points.
I think the bigger problem is he doesn't have a good way to get up to the rocks.
I don't think you can do. So what he could do, and what I would do at this point is Oh no! How high is the death wall there? Can you fall onto the what we call the wall of shame there and grenade jump off that, or is the death wall too high?
I don't actually know. I've never tried it.
What is this? He was too fast for Kuro. He was too fast.
So I'm. Oh no, he went back. Is the kill plane? Oh, he is trying the wall of shame here.
Gone.
Oh no.
What is this? I have never seen this before.
I think he's gonna kill.
What is going on?
This is
What is
crazy.
happening? He's up and has stomped the rocks. What is going on? That was insane.
All right, well, I think everyone learned something new today.
My God. That is supposed to be an insta-kill death plane, and Covert Muffin just grenade jumped right through it.
That was very impressive and fun to see.
What the heck is this video game? I don't understand.
Wait. Oh, okay.
That's the hardest part of the bashless strats, is getting in here. That's the hardest part, and he's through it, so... Muffin's just gonna be going to get these trees now.
He still has to get into Sorrow, and he doesn't have Wind Restored.
But he's got grenade jumps and charge jump. It's only 2 damage boosts, and if he gets ultra defense, he might even have ultra defense already. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I suppose with ultra defense, he, well, and the fact that he has that health regen, he can make it in 2 damage boost.
I would expect him to be, or not. I was gonna say I would expect him to check all these pickups in Misty, looking for health cells and the like, but he's not even doing that. So okay, all right, Muffin.
Yeah, I actually
Feeling confident, I guess.
I suppose with ultra defense, the final escape is a big deal. I don't know without ultra defense if you can make it through the final escape.
These grenade jumps, please. This is so good. Alright, going back to Raziel for a second here. We see him re-entering the Ginso tree. We'll have to see if he checks that pickup where Stomp was. I would expect him to at this point.
Yeah, the question is how.
Suspect that it's important now. I don't know how you get this one with the that wall broken. He sees it. You can redirect a chart. You can use a C flame redirect on this shot here twice. Oh, he uses a charge dash instead. Very nice. Oh, and screws up the second one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Slime, for getting in the way.
The charge dash is very smart because the charge dash will always redirect it exactly straight.
That's very smart, yes. Looks like he's going to go for it again. Oh, nope. C-Flame redirect. Messes it up. Here's the charge dash. And he gets it. Very nicely done by Raz. And
very well done.
And there's the altar. I believe Raziel is headed to the left side.
We'll see how much... We'll see how much faster he is able to do this area with dash. No, he's headed... Oh, is he headed to Horu Fields? He may be. He may still be searching for Bash.
Interesting. Raz is a very good runner. I would think that he would know these bashless strategies for the left side.
He may just not want to do them, or figures he can do this area much faster without Bash. With Bash.
Now that I'm actually thinking about it, the bashless strategies are not common knowledge, actually. They're used in the Ori Reverse Event Order category. I'm not sure if Raz has ever run that, and they're used in the Randomizer very occasionally, which Raziel does not have as much experience as Muffin in. So it's entirely possible that Raz is, if he knows about them, is just not comfortable with the bashless strategies and wants to go find Bash, which could be in Horu Fields where he is now. Plus, you get to grab this teleporter.
Yep. Those birds definitely have chairs as well. Ooh, Muffin gets a bad ramp. Oh, I guess it puts him on the other side. He may just choose to climb up this wall.
Ooh. Nope. It doesn't
He does
look
not
like
have enough health.
Defense.
Well, he only had 5 health going in.
Oh, right. Yeah,
he had taken damage.
You're gonna need the 6 for this. So interesting to note that it is actually very unlikely that Bash is in Horu Fields, because the pickup where Stomp was, getting it with Charge Jump Climb like Muffin did is not in the logic. It is required to have Bash, or according to the logic, it expects you to have Bash to get that pickup where Stomp was.
Oh, very interesting, of course. Yeah, Charge Flame redirects are not in standard logic.
I was thinking maybe the climb charge jump that we saw Muffin do to get it was in the logic, but it is not. Since if you break that left wall, you can't do it anymore. So it makes sense that it's not in the logic.
Yeah.
Ooh, Raz having some trouble with these elementals up here.
Yeah, so there's what is it? The pickup in the health cell in Swamp could still be available.
Yes.
Trying to think what else. Did either of them check the drainless ability cell?
I was about to ask the same. That is in the logic to get that with climb and charge jump, and I don't think either of them have checked it.
Yep, and of course they oh yeah, no, it can't be locked behind Stomp. We've confirmed that Stomp was needed. I mean that Bash was needed to get Stomp.
That was a beautiful grenade jump from Muffin here.
Yep.
Getting a nice ramp off that left wall, launching him directly straight up.
I'm being told Raz did check the drainless cell, so
Oh, okay. And so it was clearly not Bash since he doesn't have it. Although
Yep.
we are now seeing Muffin has made it to the charge jump tree. That is his last tree. He will be headed to Horu now. And Muffin has an almost insurmountable lead at this point, despite Raziel having Bash. Or Dash, that one.
yeah. No, you are correct. He still has some difficulties ahead. He still has to. Oh, Raziel is headed to that energy cell. So we will see if that is the pickup.
Just
And it is XP. Shame.
Yep, Muffin's teleported to Swamp. He's headed to Horu. I would fully expect to see Muffin win this race now. By no fault of Raz's. The stomp pickup that Muffin has been using is not in the logic. Raziel has had Dash, but when he did find Stomp, he apparently is not willing to do the Bashless strats, which are very difficult. Not many runners choose to do them.
Yeah, and even if he had chosen to go to the left side Bashless at that exact moment, I think that Muffin still would have had a lead that Raziel would have had a lot of trouble catching up to.
Very possible. Nice grenade jump right into spikes.
Yeah, that didn't quite work.
Ooh, get over there. Ooh.
Oh, he just barely
Raziel's-
makes it over that.
Raziel's finally making his way over into Valley, probably having now decided that the Bashless is the way to go.
Yep.
What do you think is going through Raziel's mind right now? Do you think he knows he's behind?
He probably thinks he's behind. He would have to guess that wherever Bash is, that Muffin has found it.
Or, well, do you think in Raziel's position you would have thought that Muffin would be this far ahead without having found Bash? That's the
No.
question.
No, I
think anyone
suspect
would.
that he thinks that he's behind, but not for the reason that he is behind.
Correct. Finn has started the final escape, and he is finishing the game. It is by no means trivial at this point. The final escape is very difficult, although, and especially with Muffin deciding to do some fancy grenade jumps, it looks like. We'll have to see how many tries it takes him to actually do this.
Of course, he does need to do a couple of these grenade jumps. Without Bash, he is...
Yeah, this one is required. And he's out of time and chooses to restart.
Yep.
As you're
There
having
is-
similar issues getting it with these birds. The bird party.
At least being able to rocket jump there, he's able to do that part a little more easily.
Instead of glitching out the game in a way that none of us have seen before, Muffin.
Yeah, that was a very new one. He does get the successful grenade jump.
But this part's very difficult. You have to take a damage boost off the fire, and he doesn't do it.
Yeah. Jumps during the previous... Or no, he didn't have previous iframes, so he just jumped into the fire there.
Ooh. Right into a giant rock. Chooses the restart because he knows he needs the health for later. Oh, he doesn't have a clean water either. Though with
Yeah,
ultra defense,
so-
that's not as much of an issue, but you can't take that many damage boosts in the final escape here if you're Muffin.
He also doesn't have Bash, so he is going to just have to swim through and hopefully kill those fish.
That is 5 hits, I believe, if you don't have Bash.
Yeah. And he does decide to
There's
play it
Kuro.
safe and go for the... Oh! Plays it safe, but also a little slow.
See Raziel on the right doing a strategy where you save, die to refresh your save timer, and then save again to refill his health all the way back up to full, trading some energy for some health here for the damage boost into Sorrow.
Yeah, it's a pretty good trade at this point in the game. Saves only cost half an... Oh! He's not gonna make it! Oh... Muffin having a
Come
lot
on,
of trouble
Muffin.
here.
It's entirely possible that Muffin has enough trouble with this final escape that Raz catches up. Raz is a skilled runner. He can go fast.
Yes, and this part of the escape, having to do this, taking very little damage, performing one-frame grenade jumps, or having to outrace Kuro, this is by no means easy, and he probably doesn't have very much practice.
It is possible, but yeah, it's without practice, it's very, very difficult. It's one part. Oh no, the fire! Oh no, the fire! You can't do it anymore. The easiest method actually involves that grenade jump that he was trying at the start, but it looks like he's given up on that.
Yeah, I'm surprised, given that Muffin loves grenade jumps, that he's not going back to.
And it being a one-frame trick, if you miss it, you're just dead. Oh, he's going back and trying it again. Fails. Come on, Muffin. Nope. And he's gonna have to restart.
So at this point, ooh, does Raziel not have the teleport?
He doesn't have the Valley teleporter. That's huge. That gives Muffin another minute or so.
Yeah, let's see how quickly he's able to do this entry again.
I guess did Raziel head up straight up into Sorrow without ever going down? I guess that's probably what happened.
Possibly. His tracker says that he has. So he did get Feather, he just didn't get the teleport.
Well.
He did have a very quick re-entry to Valley.
Very nice hyperspeed save there for Raziel to get into Misty here. I prefer the grenade jump myself, but
I really love the hyperspeed. You have so many abilities. You never get to use charge dash hyperspeeds like that. Well, not never, but they're not used as often as grenade jumps, at least.
Alright, come on, Muffin, you can do this. I know you can.
So at this point, Misty is not that challenging without Bash, especially for a runner of Raziel's skill, having glide, dash, double jump, triple jump.
No, Muffin! This is painful to watch. Sorry, I interrupted you there. Yeah, Misty is interesting without Bash.
But the first half of it's not a huge challenge. He will fly through this pretty quickly. Of course, he still has to do Bashless Stress in the final escape as well.
Although
it's starting to look
dash, they're a lot easier if you have Dash.
Yeah, but not trivial. It's starting to look like we're gonna see both these runners in the final escape together.
It was looking like it was not a race for a while, but here we are. Raziel is quickly catching up with all this trouble that Muffin's having. Ooh, that was good. He hasn't taken any damage yet. Come on, Muffin. Ooh, the grenade jump. There it is. He's through. He's past it. Come on. Don't screw it up now.
He still has to get through the water.
He still has to get through the water. The fish. The fish. Please no revenge of the fish today. Please no. He's through. Just don't spawn Kuro. Oh boy, that was close.
That was
Come on,
close.
Muffin. Come on, Muffin. You don't have Bash. You can't do that. Oh no, the rock! Come on. There it is. Muffin is through. He has won the race just as Raziel starts entering Horu for himself. Wow. That was a lot closer than it looked when Muffin came to Horu.
Well, I take back my words about Raziel not having the time to catch up. If he had gone to the left side as soon as he got stomped, this would have been quite a race.
Absolutely. Although Raz is having quite some trouble with door warp here.
Indeed.
There it is, finally. I don't know how many that was, but it was
more than one.
It was definitely more than one. Probably more than two.
And Muffin finishes with a 1 hour and 11 second seed.
Dang. That is impressive for a bashless seed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Bashless. Jeez. And here we see Raziel flying through the final escape here with Dash. Also doing some grenade jumps.
Yep, he still has this second part with the elementals. We'll see. Yep, he does choose to
He
go
goes
for
for
this
the grenade
grenade jump. Ooh, he does
Gets it.
take damage there. I don't know if he can make it through the
Oh
water.
no, I don't know if he can. Yeah.
Takes one hit. Oh, he
Raziel,
takes a hit from the fish. That's
Raziel, no,
that's
that's
it.
it. I think he realizes now though that he cannot take very much damage at all. Probably one hit in the final escape here, and he can still make it. But that's it.
Yep.
Oh God, here comes Kuro. He made it. That was close. So besides this grenade jump that he's trying to go for right now, you can actually dash over to the right side, take one hit, and charge jump out of the fire, and you're fine. But it's the grenade jump almost seems easier. I don't know.
The grenade jump does give
If
you
you
the
don't-
possibility of not taking damage at all. There is,
Very
I
true.
think, why both runners are going for it.
Oop, there's a laser
Ooh.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think if you don't know the strats for getting through there, I think the grenade jump feels easier as an experienced runner. Ooh, there it is, and he gets it
Ooh.
nice and clean, no damage.
All the way through to the other
Oh no,
side.
here
in
comes
fact.
Kuro. Here comes Kuro. Oh, he makes it in.
So he should be okay, even with the fish. He can take a couple of
He's got
hits.
plenty of health.
Yeah.
Plenty of health, plenty of damage on his Spirit Flames. He spawns
Oh!
Kuro. There will be no grenade jumps for Raziel here.
He does still need to make.
Can he make it up here without in time? No.
No, he is.
No, he's not gonna.
He is very much dead.
He's got to start it again. You cannot really spawn. Actually, I don't want to say cannot. I don't know if you can't, but it is a lot harder if you spawn Kuro in that final section with the abilities these runners currently have, or Raz currently has. Muffin is done.
Ooh, he takes another hit there. I again don't
on,
think
Raz,
he
this
can
is
make it
the
through the
one.
water here.
You can take it with 5. Oh, he's been
Oh, he
a
gets
little
the
slow. He's got health regen. Oh, he makes it.
He has no
Health.
health.
Health regeneration, saving the day once again.
Please don't hit
Don't
any
hit a rock.
rocks.
Grenade jump, and he's through. Raziel's done.
What a seed.
What a seed. No
The
bash
seed had
for
s-
either runner.
The seed had so much promise at the start. They got charge jump, they found that early feather, they got wall jump, they got double jump. It looked like this was going to be a great seed. Raziel got this dash pickup, and then there was just no bash or stomp for so long.
What a seed. I'm super curious where Bash was.
I am as well. Well, we'll see.
I can't think of where it could have been. Huh. Well, we'll have to have someone in the truck, if they don't mind, checking where the where Bash was in the seed. We can have them get on that. In the meantime, we have Covert Muffin ready for a winner's interview, I believe.
Oh, and actually, it looks like Sigma went and looked that up for us. It was above Charge Flame. Oh, did neither of the runners go back for that pickup?
Really?
Oh, wow.
That is
Sigma.
for that.
Sigma, you gotta stop doing this to me, man. I can't take another seat.
Hello, Covert Muffin.
Welcome, Muffin. Congratulations. So, did you hear where Bash was?
No, where was Bash?
It was the pickup
Yes.
above Charge Flame.
Pick up above charge.
The XP
Really?
there.
Really? It was there?
Both of you got to that area super early with, I believe, just charge jump, which you can't get there and never
Nope.
went back to check it.
No. Yep. Wow. Alright. Well, I
What
guess I'm
a
always gonna check there then. Oh my goodness.
But
Muffin, I
so-
am super curious. What was going through your mind, like in the middle of that seed, when you're on the right side, hunting for just hunting for bash or stomp? What was going through your mind?
You know, when when I backtracked to West Glades to check the pickups there, and it was nothing, I was like, oh man, Raz has a huge lead on me. Like I have to make up so much time. But luckily, like a couple of abilities, like we had Grenade from pretty close to the start, so that was like really nice to limit backtracking. And then besides that, it was just like, okay, great, I can't touch walls still. All right, well, I guess I'll keep looking for wall jump or climb. And then once I found wall jump, it was just kind of like oh man, I think I'm like so far behind because Raz is a really smart runner and he knows to go for trees and pick up the pickups along the way. And then if you're like really missing something, then do some backtracking. But I was going really far out of my way, so I thought I was so far behind.
So it's interesting you say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
Mel.
continue.
Go ahead, Melvin.
Okay. You actually were the first person to go into Ginso. Raziel was going and checking a bunch of one-off pickups, probably hoping to find Bash.
Interesting.
And entered Ginso a little bit after you. Although he did have Dash at that point, so we thought that he had an advantage at that point, even though you were ahead.
Oh man, wait, where was Dash?
It was the 200
XP orb to the left of the grotto teleporter in that spike room.
Grotto teleporter in the spike room.
the one that you can wall jump on the side and then double jump over.
Oh man, I missed that.
You walked right by it at one point, and we were. I was so ready for you to just stop and find it, but nope.
Oh my god. Oh man, I wish I had dashed. That would have made the final escape a lot nicer.
You were saying that you were having quite some trouble there.
Yeah. So it turns out that grenade jump. Yeah, grenade jumping when my hands are shaking is really hard. So I.
So, have you ever practiced the final escape dashless and bashless before?
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it a bunch of times.
Okay.
I usually just nail the like 3 grenade jumps you need to do in order to make it through, and I couldn't do it consistently. So I started trying to do the backup strats, which of course I've never practiced because I've never had to. And then so it was just me being like really nervous and messing up a bunch. So I'll definitely have to practice that before the finals.
It's interesting that you practice that. That is not a common strategy at all.
Yeah. So like one thing I did for practice was going for like strange seeds. So like I was like, oh, okay, there's no dash. And so I'll just like pretend like I'm not going to search for dash, or oh, there's no bash. So I'll do those seeds intentionally to prepare myself for these uncomfortable situations.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Dashless and bashless definitely counts as a strange seed.
Yeah. Oh man.
So this was
so another thing I think we're probably gonna ask about the same thing. I'd love to hear your opinion on what happened at Stomp, or not Stomp, at Glide with glitching out Kuro there. Have you ever done that before?
Oh yeah, that was completely intentional. So what you do?
Really?
Yeah. So if you like rocket jump, or you can like bash grenade through it as well. And Kuro, what you need to have happen is while that cutscene is playing, you need the cutscene for Kuro swooping in to kill you. And for some reason, that swooping in cutscene like triggers, but it doesn't actually activate. So you're able to have set up a zombie Ori, and then after you stomp the rocks and pick up Feather, it saves for you. So you don't have to worry about trying to get to a skill tree, and then you just have to save and reload. So yeah, that was completely intentional.
I had never seen that before. Like I could have sworn that you just straight up grenade jumped through the kill wall. That's what I thought happened.
Oh no. Oh yeah. So you have like free reign. Like you could go down to Forlorn and stuff if you really wanted to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I knew that you could do that with Bash, but I've never seen it done with a grenade jump. I suppose there was no reason to believe you couldn't.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? It's so cool. It was a complete accident the first time I did it, but it just so turned out to be useful for this run.
So I have one more question for you, Muffin. It turns out that looking back at this race, the deciding factor was when you decided to go to the left side. It looked like when you found where Stomp was, it looked like you then went up, checked a couple pickups just in case Bash was there, and decided to immediately head left side and do the bashless strategies. Raziel didn't do that. For one, he missed where Stomp ended up being, and went check some other things and came back for it later. But then when he got it, he still didn't immediately go left side, perhaps not feeling as confident with the Bashless strategies. Was that what you thought when you found Stomp there? Was it just, I can get left side, so let's go, I don't care anymore, let's go?
So I had grenade jumps, I had Stomp, but more importantly, I had 7 health. Having 6 health and health regen, or 7 health, is sort of like a go mode for me to go left side, even without
That makes
bash.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, because you need to damage boost twice to get into Sorrow without bash. Or at least like what I do to get in there. And then I need to damage boost twice to get through that first choke point, where you usually just bash the lanterns to get towards Valley entrance, like right after that underwater part. So like the nice thing is that I think was it my first seed versus Elo? We had the same thing happen, so I knew to practice it beforehand. And so I just got lucky in that I knew exactly what I needed before I started to go left side. Just forget about bash altogether. Yeah,
Very impressive. You seem like a formidable runner when it comes to some of the alternative strats. So you will be playing the winner of Mad Insane versus Fluffy Prower. Do you have a preference for one runner versus the other? How do you feel about that match?
I think Mad scares me the most because he's most comfortable doing the crazy double bash stuff. Whereas I can't double bash to save my life. So like, I think I would prefer to play Fluffy, but both of them are formidable foes, and they're both really insanely intelligent, and they have like really good routing, and they're also formidable speedrunners as well. So I think either way, I'm gonna have a tough finals to get through, but I honestly am just excited to get past Elo, Raz, and Brynhold. Like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah, you've had quite the gauntlet to get here. So congratulations.
Thanks.
I'll be very excited to see you playing in the final.
Thank you.
Yep, congratulations. So I believe that's going to do it for us today. There are no more races today. We do have no less than 3 races scheduled for tomorrow, so be sure to come back for that. Looks like we got a doubles match between Team Skillless and Team Zote at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Then a singles match, the other semifinal between Mad Insane and Fluffy Prower that we just mentioned at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And another doubles match between Team That Is Faster and the Bramble Bros at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for those. But I believe that will do it for us tonight. Do you have any closing thoughts, Meldon?
I'd like to thank the truck for all their help. There was a number of people. Thanks, Rim, for restreaming here. Thanks everyone else who has helped out. It's been a lot of fun this tournament so far, and looking forward to an action-packed Saturday.
Absolutely. All right, that'll do it for us. So to everyone watching, thank you for coming, and we'll see you later.
Remembers that top left keystone because that's dash. That's huge. I think he saw it on the screen as he was going down.
Oh, he forgot it. He doesn't.
Oh man, that and dash was in the top.
So brutal.
There's no way he's gonna get that now.
Right?
Beautiful. 7 XP. Oh, Wilson. What are you doing? No.
Don't forget. Always.
Oh, Wilson, what are you doing? You just got wall jump. You can go in. You have charge jump. Go in the thing. Okay, he's got it. It's very good. Oh, no. Still. Oh, health regen. Saving him. Oh, regen.
Man, he's going.
Oh, health regen saving him again.
Oh, he leveled up. He's going.
Oh, jeez.
All the time. Please don't die it. Go on.
So he has he has pretty much everything.
No, please. Oh, he could have saved it. He should have went to the right side wall. No. He's in disbelief right now as well. He has
Oh yeah.
that he required and
All right, but is he gonna skip over bash? Oh no! He's walking past it. Let's see.
Correct area at least.
Oh, the bash line from Raz's opponent is Raz yell. Oh no! Oh, he
Not
unlocked his
kicking it
bash.
up.
The bash.
You'll be able to see whether it was water vein or not.
Yeah,
Oh,
here
man.
we go.
What is it? It's
What
not.
an experience!
It's not.
Oh, 50% chance of a forlorn seed. Yeah, looks like Fluffy now is abandoning the Fluffy way and embracing Team Forlorn. Is this going to be possible?
Yes,
Because
Dash.
but he doesn't have Bash.
It is possible. It is just the hardest thing in the world, and you end up
What, really?
stomping up there.
What? Oh my god.
What? How did he do that so quickly?
Play some monument, but it looks like he is going to let the Froggy break the block. So he will get in that XP, and it's bash!
You head up to the
Oh
retreat.
no.
Oh,
Oh, Oshi did. That's lovely. Is he gonna do it?
Oshi,
Please! No! It's so sad that he's making this choice because it's going to put him way behind for the time being.
Commentator curse.
Why does this happen to us?
Oh, the rock is on the head of the frog.
Frog just balancing that rock on his head. But oh, good lord, there's so many screens. Alright. In the bottom right, you got Uncle Roddy and Hitachi Hex, and for some reason they get consigned to the small space.